Between the time before cell phones and the rise of the internet and social media, there came an age undreamed of. And unto this, HeroQuest, destined to be the greatest board game ever made. It is I, its chronicler, who alone can tell you of its saga. Let me tell you of the days of high adventure.
So today I want to talk about one of the newer heroes, the Rogue. Heir to royalty, destined to wear the crown of Elithor. In the heat of battle, there are few better to have by your side. The Rogue's fighting style is a dance of death, and should be feared by the forces of dread. The Rogue is one of the few characters in HeroQuest that comes with their own backstory. And without giving away spoilers, because I hate spoilers, their story is deeply intertwined with the Mage of the Mirror, and one could argue the rise of the Dread Moon as well. The Rogue is often a popular choice for players at my house who enjoy a mix of mobility and strategy, and their ability to adapt to various combat situations. They can engage in both melee or ranged attacks, making them flexible warriors on the battlefield. Now, unlike other fantasy games, the HeroQuest Rogue has no stealth ability. And what I mean by that is there is no turning invisible or vanishing, cloak of shadows, etc. However, what they do have is a skill called combat mobility, which allows them to move unseen through spaces occupied by monsters and is absolutely crucial to being successful in this game when playing as a rogue. This high mobility allows them to explore the board quickly and reach key objectives or treasures before other characters. It also allows for strategic positioning to maximize the rogue's other abilities. For example, the opportunistic striker skill allows the rogue to roll an additional combat die when attacking a monster adjacent to another player, and it can be combined with ambidextrous. Ambidextrous is a skill that enables the rogue to make an extra attack with a dagger, which has caused some confusion among players.
Prolonged exposure to the orb of confusion will give you confusion.
So let me clarify it as best I can. Essentially, the skill means exactly what the card states. You may roll for an extra attack. Therefore, if you strike a monster with both attacks, it can only defend against one of those attacks. However, if you position the rogue strategically, you can attack up to 2 monsters, giving both an opportunity to defend. This tactic is reminiscent of Polar Warbears or Slambo. Veteran players, especially those experienced with the Frozen Horror expansion, should be familiar with the Polar Warbears tactics. I still have PTSD to this day of giant armored polar bears relentlessly attacking me, leading to multiple deaths in the hellish nightmare that is the Frozen Horror. As for Slambo, only true HeroQuest fans and Warhammer fans will recognize him, and I plan to create a video about him someday, but for now, let's get back to the Rogue. The Rogue is also very adept at disarming traps. Armed with their trusty bandolier, the Rogue has an unlimited amount of daggers, and can use the bandolier as a toolkit to disarm traps. This brings me to a debate I have often had with other players whether the Rogue can be a valid replacement for the Dwarf. To those players, I have to say,
Shut up, bitch!
there is no replacement or substitutions for the Dwarf. Period. And anyone who thinks otherwise is wrong.
You are wrong! You are wrong!
While rogues offer many advantages, there are also some challenges that players should keep in mind when picking the rogue. For one, rogues have lower health and armor compared to other classes like the barbarian or the dwarf. This fragility means that they must be cautious and avoid direct combat whenever possible. The rogue should never be the first one to go leaping into the fray, and doing so could lead to serious injuries and even death. Although rogues are versatile, their damage output may not match the power of more combat-focused characters. Players need to rely on tactics and strategy rather than brute force. Abilities like Opportunistic Striker are great, but they're completely useless if not positioned right or if no allies are around. Playing a rogue requires strategic thinking. Players must anticipate multiple steps ahead, carefully planning their actions to lever the rogue's strengths while minimizing weaknesses. They offer a distinct set of skills and abilities that can enhance and complement the strengths of other classes within the party. However, if not played effectively, the rogue can become a liability instead of an asset to the party. often meeting their death in some dark dungeon somewhere. However, the rogue can be a rewarding choice for players who enjoy strategy and a bit of risk-taking. But to me, the rogue in HeroQuest is a vibrant addition to the game's legacy, providing a fresh perspective that resonates with younger players. In my area, kids are particularly fond of the rogue, and I completely agree with their enthusiasm. With a character design that merges agility, strategy, and an engaging backstory, the rogue revitalizes the game's charm and introduces new dynamics to the classic fantasy adventure. The introduction of the rogue marks a significant advancement for HeroQuest, in my opinion, infusing it with new ideas and challenges that refresh the experience for seasoned players while captivating a new generation. By combining the traditional fantasy elements with innovative gameplay mechanics, the rogue enhances the HeroQuest legacy, ensuring its ongoing relevance and appeal in the ever-evolving realm of tabletop gaming. So if strategic thinking and hit-and-run tactics are your thing, the rogue is an excellent choice in HeroQuest. And in the heart of the dungeon, amidst the chaos of battle, the rogue not only slays monstrous foes, but also has a moment of self-realization.
Rogues do it from behind. Gonna breathe inside your back door. Yeah.